Hey there, I'm Maggie. I'm a frugal living expert with FamilyFrugalFun.com, and I get a lot of emails and questions from people. They're asking me, how can I live a more frugal life to save the way that you save? I would love to be able to do what you do. Well, let me tell you, first of all, it's a lot more than snipping and clipping at the grocery store. Frugal living is a lifestyle that you live, and once you live that lifestyle, you'll be able to do so much more. It might mean saving for retirement. It might mean that new car that you need. It could mean that dream Disney vacation that you've always wanted to take with your family. So I wanted to share with you today some of the things that I do that help me live a frugal life. It's my new frugal living lifestyle, and it's a video series that I'm going to be producing regularly. You'll find that video series here on YouTube or on FamilyFrugalFun.com with lots of other great frugal living tips for you. Here's today. We're going to talk about using containers. And I know that seems like an odd thing to talk about, but it's a way that you're going to save hundreds of dollars, because what I want you to do is start thinking in unconventional ways of what you can do with things that you already have. It's like a preservation of wealth. Now, we're not talking about being buried alive and saving everything you have, but what we are talking about is making good use for the things that you already have. So I want this video to help you start thinking. First thing I did was pack a car pack for my daughter. So I just have it labeled Samantha's car pack. Now, I'm a big Pampers user, so I took my Pampers wipes box, and in my car pack, I've got my crayons. I got this from Chick-fil-A. I've got some scrap paper in here for her, an easy book, and then further down in here, I've also packed a couple of cookie cutters so she can draw stencils, some candy in case we have a meltdown, and pencils, magnifying glass, and a ruler. So this is a great car pack to keep her busy in the car and out of my hair. Now, I also have a video player in my car, but it's not always appropriate for all situations. And if I'm only going on, say, a 20-minute trip, I may run into the problem of her screaming at the end of it when the video is being turned off and we have to get out of the car. This is where my car pack comes in handy. Second thing that I do, if you do have kids that are above the age of needing to carry around a diaper bag anymore, but they're still under your wing and you need to bring supplies for them, this is the best thing for popping in your purse. It's my Johnson & Johnson's first aid travel kit. You can find it in the travel section in most stores like Walmart, Target, things like that. And here's what I have packed in mine. I've got a sample Tylenol, a Zantac, some Claritin, Claritin D, my junior strength acetaminophen meltaways in case they run into a fever and we're out somewhere, just some standard gauze, Johnson & Johnson Band-Aids, Johnson & Johnson cleansing wipes, and nail clippers and tweezers in case we're, say, out at the park and just happen to get a splinter or something like that. It all fits neatly and comfortably right in here and packs right in my purse, nice and easy. Now, everybody has tons of containers in your house. A lot of people recycle them, and I do that for the ones that I'm not using as well. But I want to give you some other ideas for uses. So take these, for example, from GNC, Motrin PM, and Bufferin, and some Advil. These are all just common things that you have. Well, I've put a label on them, and I just used some Scotch 2-way tape and my Sharpie, and here are some neat things that I've done with these. For this one, I've turned this into polish remover pads. So all I have are these cotton rounds right here, and then I soak them in nail polish remover, pop them in here, and now I can take this anywhere I go, or I can give it to my daughter to use it, whatever the case might be, and I don't have to worry about her spilling it. All I did was make another use of my vitamin E container. It was so simple and so easy. If you have a teenager and you're using things like this Oxy cleansing pads, another great thing to put your nail polish remover in. For this, I could fill it with cotton balls. I could fill it with Q-tips for a travel trip if I need to pack them in a diaper bag, or say just in my purse for a weekend trip, anything like that. Now this, here's my vitamin E cream. And once this was all used up, I just kept the container. I make my own DIY Christmas gifts and things of such. So this would be a great thing for like a salt scrub or sugar scrub to give to an aunt or a grandmother that I make with the kids. Again, a great way to recycle things. Here, this is a gallon ice cream container. Now, I happen to have purchased my ice cream from Safeway. It was the Lucerne brand. But I've got this filled with marshmallows for s'mores. It's great. The marshmallows are easy to reach in and use for any event with the kids. And it was so easy and convenient. Over here, these are all standard containers that you get from the store, from food purchases. This one, for instance, was just for a rotisserie chicken. Well, I scrubbed that out, and guess what I'm going to use that for? I have a friend that's getting ready to have a baby, and after she has the baby and I come visit, I want to take a meal over for her so that I can make life a little easier for her. Or maybe you have aging parents that you need to start cooking for. This, we picked up fried chicken on a Friday night from the Safeway, and I'm going to reuse that again. I could reuse it for anything. This was my container from a chicken Caesar salad at the Target store cafe. And my daughter and I baked some cookies last night, and she's going to be taking them to a little pre-K class that she's in. And here are our cookies. And guess what? I don't have to worry about leaving these containers behind because they came completely free to me. Here was a container when I purchased a Hormel party track. And with this, football Sunday is coming up, so I'm going to be making my own party tray this time because I've got a little bit more time on my hands for that. Now, over here, this was a Tic Tac container. How easy is that? And this is a Tums Fresher container. So both of these are food grade containers. And for this, when I go camping this summer, I just put some barbecue spices in it because those are the ones I'm going to use when I'm out doing that. And for my Tums refreshers, when this one's done, I'll probably pack some salt for maybe for coffee. You know, when we're out camping and I just need a little bit of salt for food or sugar for my coffee. Over here, I've saved all of these containers because this is a great way to reuse these. I've got this one, which is your 1 pint, and this is your quart. These are different ounce containers, and guess what I'm doing with my daughter, who's just 3 years old? We're doing all kinds of things with volume. So she's playing. I've filled this container up with lima beans. So she's been playing with the beans so she can figure out volume. And these I'll put up into the bathtub. So instead of just playing with bathtub toys, if I rinse these out with some good warm soapy water and I put them up in the bathtub, by default with playing with these, she's going to learn about volume. She's going to figure out a pint, a quart, how many goes in this, and that it takes 2 of these to make this. And it's a really great educational tool for her. Now with this simple shoebox from some shoes I had purchased for my son last summer, here's where I'm storing all of my cookie cutters that I'll be using throughout the year. And these are for all different holidays, and I just pop them in the closet when I'm done. And I didn't have to buy anything to do that. Now, if you've got some great creative ideas, I'd love to hear about them, but my goal is to let you know that frugal living is about doing more, being more, and having more. It's not about tightening your belt, it's about doing what you want to do with your money. And if you can reuse containers and watch the rest of my Frugal Living series, by the end of the year, you'll be saving thousands too. So don't give your money to the grocery store or your bills. Change your habits a little bit, save hundreds, and spend your money on what you want to spend it on. So come see me again. It's Maggie at familyfrugalfun.com.